Even have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and this is the Talk Beat Jones. This is the Talk Beat Jones. We're hot right about now, and I know that you've been wondering, will they get hot today? Yes, we're hot. This is the Talk Beat Jones, and I'm in the studio live kicking it with you right about now. And remember, Talk Beat Jones, we're on the air every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. And we need to know what's going on with you. And so I just have to have it so I can talk to you this morning. And so we're going to give you some numbers to call, 868-0342. That number once again is 313-868-0342. And we're going to kind of freelance this morning. We've been in the studios early, and working on getting things back in order. Back in order. It seems like that's my divine duties on Sundays, is to work on getting things back in order. But that's what we're doing, and it's okay. And I do have some business, some new business to bring to you. Hopefully, you will receive it in the spirit in which I will be giving it to you. Talk Beat Jones is the informative, entertaining, information form of a program. It's I'm here. I'm a media specialist. We go through situations whereby I judge to be non-judgmental, and and I wish that I could tell you that I favor this side or favor that side. However, being a media journalist, it is to report, to give you the information, and or to receive your information on the various situations that is going on in our community and also around the world. And also to look at how to help and to assist this community as it comes to developing understanding about what is going on with some of the rules and regulations and laws and how they're being presented. My format is that if there is something that is going on that is preventable, then let's get out in front of it. Once the horse is out the barn or whatever, and people want to call to comment and say what is happening or should have happened, and they did nothing about it, my interest moves away. I'm trying to stay in front of certain situations, etc. So that's one of the situations in how we operate here at Talk Beat Jones. I'm going to present to you, as we're going into getting ready to go into 2020 as well. So I know it's 2019, but we're getting ready to go into 2020, and folks will be coming out the woodwork in terms of looking to be recognized to run for an office or run for a certain situation. Well, we know that people who are funded is always working with an advantage. So what we're going to do is what I had started to do about 7-8 weeks ago, actually, yeah, 7-8 weeks ago, is that on the Talk Beat Jones, we're asking once again, and I want this formulated so that you, us, can have a program schedule in which people who are looking to run for office can come to the studio and be vetted on television. And the people that would be doing the vetting would be you. It would be you. And also, one little twist to that is when it's time to bring the persons here to be vetted for whatever the offices that they are running for, I will invite anywhere between 10 to 12, 14, 15 people to come into the studio so they too can be here to ask the questions direct from the studio of the candidates, as well as have folks calling in like you to ask them questions so that we are not having some godfather, godmother appointing someone to say that I'm giving them some money and they're going to run. I want you. It is the people's choice to decide on who should run for what office. And that person or persons need to have a way to reach the general population, basically. And that is coming here on a schedule and having a platform to present themselves and or their program to the people and have the people guide and talk and understand who they are and what they're doing. So we know who we're voting for. And so with that, I simply ask you, send your checks, cash your checks, money order to the studio and put again, now we're going back the way we was doing it before, and put it down below, Talk Beat Jones. Now here's what happens. All of that money goes directly to the studio, and there's an accounting that will be kept. Every time that we reach a certain amount of dollars that I can guarantee that I have enough to pay for a show, that will be presented and packaged so that we can, when it's time, bring folks into the studio, no cost to them, because we want you to have the vision to be able to see the people and hear the people and vet the people that are running for office. Not someone that's handpicked by someone else, some new person, some old person is saying, this is the person I think that we should vote for, and I'm going to give them. No, we want you, the people. Now, here's the twist. If we receive enough donations, again, to the studio, then I will match up to 2 television shows the amount of dollars in terms of show bonuses, so that if we have enough that we have people coming in once a month to be vetted, a forum to be vetted once a month, we can do that. If we have a forum that enough monies that we can bring those folks in twice a month, we can do that. But that's the idea, is to make it so that you, the family members, can see, hear, and be in touch with the people who are going to run and be the persons that's going to represent you. So I want you to marinate on that, and I will be talking about that on a constant basis, because here, we want you to make the choices, the people's choices, right here. And it will be brought to you live from the studios of TV 33, cable channel 91. Okay? Now, I know Tom won't be able to participate because he has a connection. In fact, Tom,
Yeah.
you're here.
Yes.
And so we're going to bring Tom with us now. So, we don't see him. We see you?
Well, we're here.
We're here. Well, Tom, tell me something. You're hearing about folks doing things. When you were persons that were watching through the years, the TV stations here, and people were coming down to the studio and they were talking about running for office, do you remember back in the day when this station was located on Woodward?
Yeah, right there at the Viaduct.
Right at the Viaduct. Do the people in this community realize how many people that was elected to political office from that little station?
They probably don't, but yeah, I have a pretty good summation without mentioning names. There was an adequate number of people, who got exposure from WHPR, who, put their hat in the race, and they came out, let's just say win, place, and show.
Yes.
And they came out in the win position.
Yes. Brenda Jones,
Yeah.
Janice Winfrey.
Yep.
I'm just throwing off some things here. We had George Cushionberry.
Right.
We have Coleman Young Jr.
Yep. Yep.
We have Joanne Watson.
Mm-hmm.
We had Kwame Kenyatta.
Right.
We have, let's see, as we move along, we also had the guy who was elected school board president back in the day when there was a school board, actually.
Is that Otis
Jim,
Mathis?
not Otis, Jimmy Womack,
Oh, Dr. Womack. Yeah.
Dr. Womack. And, and we can go on and on and on because we had groups that was there that received some prestige, some notoriety, etc. And the station had the pull with the community. And the hosts that was there were totally committed to bringing in the wonderful folks that they knew because they had vetted them, and the community were able to talk to them, see them, and vet them.
Yeah.
We've gone away from that. So what I want to do is I don't want to just have one person come through the studio and be here on a constant. I want to be in a position so that you can nominate folk who potentially can run for an office that we can bring in.
Right.
And bring them in as a group and vet them. Let them all talk to you and tell you what they will bring to the position that they're running for. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
No, it sounds good because I know in the process of running, because I ran a few times myself.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I ran for city council twice and also for Wayne County commissioner twice over in the area where I live.
Okay.
But anyway, in the process of running, they have these candidate forums where all the candidates are, depending upon who's sponsoring or putting it on, all the candidates are invited in. And, when it's your turn, and please, and you go to these forums, get there early, okay, depending upon how many people are running. And you're given your 2 minutes of fame in the sunshine to, put yourself forward as to why people should vote to you.
Okay. And do you feel that people are... Do you feel that people are able to really learn anything about the candidates at these forums?
Well, in terms of 2 minutes, I mean, to me, if you got your head on right, I think you can express yourself, get your point over in 2 minutes. But I mean, 2 minutes is a short time for someone to, as you say, get to know you. Whereas if they come in here and they sit down next to you in this chair where I'm sitting, I mean, in Rock Opera Tommy says, see me, feel me, touch me.
Yes.
I mean, you'll be able to, not that you can touch them, but you will actually be able to see them sit here for whatever amount of time, 15, 20, depending upon how much time they got, 15, 20, maybe even an hour of time that they can sit here and talk about themselves and what they want to do in terms of a platform to help the people.
Well, I believe that that's the way it should be done in terms of finding out who this person really is. And the process is that I can sit down and I can write out a beautiful resume that I can regurgitate over the airwaves if that was what I wanted to do. However, what you want to do, family, is to be in a position so that when you call, that person is not aware of what you're going to ask them.
Right.
They say, how do you get a person who is an agent from another country that have learned to speak your language? Well, they say that if they are prepared, they can always continue to speak your language if that's the way they have been trained. Mm-hmm. However, if you walk up behind a person like that unsuspectingly and put a cigarette to their arm, they cry out in their native language. So if you have a person that's here and they're getting questions that they are not familiar with as such, then they're going to speak to you from their natural heart.
Right.
Not a prepared heart, but their natural heart. And that's what you're trying to find out, who is really going to protect you and going to stand up for you and is not going to do the Superman thing by going into the booth, changing clothes, and operating for someone else. They don't have those telephone booths no more, do they?
Yeah, down at the IBEW hall, down on Abbott.
Yeah.
No, they do have a telephone booth there. I use that telephone booth, and I change my clothes.
I had no idea they still had a telephone booth.
Yeah. I mean, it's a real live telephone booth.
Okay. But at any rate, family, so that's what we're talking about. And I want you to talk to your friends and your neighbors and think about, would you like to be having the option, wouldn't you like to have the option to come to the studio and sit and know that there will be a microphone in your hand and we can have you pose the question, have the candidate answer your question, and we'll move it right along to the folks that's in here, so everyone gets an opportunity to ask a question. And also the family there, you that are at home watching on television and all the other modalities, will be able to call and ask your questions as well. That's truly vetting.
Right.
That's not me sitting here saying, I'm going to be the godfather and I'm going to select this person, I'm going to select that person to be the person that I'm going to put up for you to vote for. It's the people's choice. It is the people's choice that will be made through vetting on the airways. And as I state, you send in your donations to the studio. Simply put down in the memo column, Talk B. Jones, Billy Jones, and they will credit that. And it will continue to accumulate. It will continue to accumulate. So whether it accumulates at $100 a month or $1,000 a month or more, it will accumulate. And when it's time for us, you and us here at the studio, when it's time for us to decide when we're ready to set up a forum, there's no discussion about, well, if we got to get the money together to be able to do this. No, I'm stepping out on faith early and letting you know that I'm looking to put in at least four forms. And I can guarantee you that if you help me get 2, I will guarantee you I will bring the other 2. Family, this is not Memorex. This is a live talk show this morning, informational show. I am Billy Jones. This is Talk B. Jones. And your name, sir?
My name is Tom Wilson.
And I have a caller. Caller, you're live. Hold on just a moment. We're going to make this adjustment. Okay. Hold on just a moment. You are coming up. How are we now?
Fine.
Okay. Now, you can start your conversation over again, please. Thank you.
Yes. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm kind of concerned about Minister Lamik. No one has mentioned how is he doing.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
But Minister Malik,
you would have to call his number.
Could you give it to me, please?
I don't have it here with me right now, please.
Okay, because I know that he said he was sick, and I never saw him anymore after that. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of the program.
Hold on just a moment. Hold on just a moment. I just remembered I have my phone here. Hello?
Yes.
Hold on just a moment. I have my phone here.
Okay.
And let's see if I can't pull up his number. It won't be but just a moment now, because I haven't talked with Malik in quite some time, personal.
Well, that's good news then, that he's, all right then. I'm just concerned.
Okay, well, that's good. That's okay, because, wait, hold on, because again, I would, if this was not Malik, I'd tell you, well, I really don't know. I don't know that business. I don't take care of other folks' business. You got to call. But that's my friend, and I have his number. Yes, I do. The number is 313 646
646
3375. Now
3375.
Now
Thank you.
Now he has a long introduction. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna have to call him after this program because I don't want to miss it. Okay. Bye bye.
Can I ask you a question, please? Oh, she's gone. Please come back, because I really want to know, folks, what are they thinking about having a forum?
It's a good thing because, some people will not be able to get out of their house for whatever reason, okay? Mm-hmm. Either they don't have a car or physically they may not be able to, make it.
Thank you, sir.
At least, you're at home and this is televised. You can just pick up a phone, dial 7 digits, and, if you're lucky and you can get in, you can ask your question.
And just like today, the station was hit with some more thousands of dollars of expenses. So we sit home and we want to watch the program, the TV, etc. and the different modalities. And with this terrible, terrible weather, it just has made everything just go sick and crazy.
Yep, it did at the marathon.
Yes. If it can do it at the marathon, billion-dollar company, it can do it here.
And my guess was right on that, too.
Okay, through the flag. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing is we're asking, let's have a format that we can start pushing some money on a constant basis, to this station, and knowing that you are going to be rewarded. You will be able to do something that nobody else is doing. Nobody else is doing this. Yeah, somebody can get somebody in a little private room, a meeting hall, and just the folks who can make it there and hear what they got to say. But it's in a controlled environment because Big Brother, Big Sister is going to be in charge. What I'm speaking about is having this on live television so that you are the producers. You are the editors because it's what you ask. And it's how you receive their information as to how you process if that person is worthy of your vote. So we're starting now. We're not waiting until till later on when folks start talking about, well, I think this is a good candidate. Well, I think that's a good candidate. We want to get things prepared right now. Set the platform up right now, family. That's what's important. Setting things up early so that when it's time, money is not the issue. It is getting the quality of the people, and we can do that. Caller, you're live. Talk to me. This Talk B. Jones. I'm Billy Jones, and you skin, sir.
Tom Wilson.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Morning.
I can.
Oh, well, happy Sunday to both of you.
Happy this day, any day, whatever time, because we get all these replays, etc. So thank you.
You're welcome. I was calling in to say that I appreciate the way you want to set up the program.
Are you on a cell phone?
No, I'm on landline.
On your landline?
Yeah. Is that clear?
Yeah. Now you sound better. You was for whatever reason kind of phasing in and out.
Oh, okay. Let me sit still.
Oh, Theo, now you know you can't be talking to me and moving around.
Right.
Oh, she's.
I was in
The question was, are you on a speakerphone as well?
No.
No. No,
Does
that
it
was
sound like a speakerphone?
that he was coming out to slap me upside my head, telling me that I know I'm supposed to ask you were you on a speakerphone.
Oh.
You know who that was, don't you? HT.
That was Henry Tyler.
I'm not gonna call him Henry Tyler. I'm gonna just call him H-Man.
Oh, okay. Well, you call him VP?
No,
Vice President or
I'm
very important
gonna call him
person?
I'm gonna call him Hitman.
Oh, my goodness.
But go ahead, Theo. We've had enough fun.
Well, I was just saying that the idea that you are proposing is good.
Yes.
It gives the community an opportunity to ask their own questions.
Yes.
That's what we do at Hood Research as
Yes.
well.
And
it-
Theo, we are joined somewhat through our history with Mr. J.D. Hill and the meetings that he held.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, the first meeting that I attended, I sat right across from you.
Mm-hmm.
That was the very first meeting, and I feel very, very close to you. And I feel very, very close to Agnes Hitchcock.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I'm sorry. I just needed to say that because this is organizing in the understanding the way Mr. J.D. Hill taught us.
That's right.
And so now I'm taking it to the next step that I see people doing things. I know people are trying to do various different things, and I don't knock it, won't knock it. And it's just time to step out front and show this is the way television can be put together so we can make it a strong tool.
That's right.
And I'm going to have the power
To do that.
to give the power to the people. Go right ahead, Theo.
Well,
Hold on, caller.
No, I agree with it. And trust is important.
Yes.
Trust. And as Miss Rosa was saying when she called in.
Can you talk a little louder, Theo?
Yes, I had Agnes Hitchcock on with me last Monday.
Yes.
And Miss Rosa called in, and she was talking about the importance of trust. The kind of program that you're doing builds trust in
Yes.
the community. And she was talking about Agnes and I being trusted by the community.
That's true.
And you don't have to use any big name to build credibility.
And you know, and when we talk about trust, when we're talking about finances, when we're talking about putting monies in other folks' pockets, we're talking about who's making the decisions with that money, who's making the decision as to how that money is going to be operated. My system is very, very simple. The money will be sent to the station. The station will have the money. I do not touch the money. The money is credited for the People's Show. That will be the format. You, and I'm going to ask you to help with this programming in terms of systematic putting it together so it's really a wonderful, wonderful program.
Okay.
I will be taking ideas from the community and Tom, of course. And so we'll put this on. And there was no controversy. There's no questions about, well, where'd the money go?
Oh,
How much money was put together? I won't have nothing to do with that. All the money that's sent in, I wish there was a whole a truckload of money sent in so the station could do greater, better with these unexpected expenses.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll know this. When we say that we have the ability to put on these forums, there won't be any questions about, is he going to get the money? Or we will have it set, and it will be ready. I guarantee this will work.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on 1 minute. Caller, you're live. This is Talk B. Jones. I am Billy Jones. And you, sir?
Tom Wilson.
Hello? Hello? Okay, I guess you're gone. Okay, thank you. Back to you, Theo.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, family, real quick, 313-868-0342. Help me with them other numbers, Tom.
Okay, the last two numbers are same area code, 868-0351 and 868-4336.
And Theo, hold on just one moment because I do want to talk about the hood research as such in just a few moments. But Tom, you have something that you want to bring out today.
Yeah, this was in Friday's paper from the Detroit Free Press, and it's talking about these 6,500 jobs that Fiat Chrysler is going to bring to southeastern and metropolitan Detroit. There's going to be 5,000 of those jobs that are earmarked for the city of Detroit. 1,500 of them will go to Macomb County. And the non-skilled labor jobs, folks, they are paying $17 an hour. $17 an hour. And if you got a computer, you can go online and you can go back to Friday's paper and get it. But I'm not going to highlight the whole thing. But they say, how does one apply? You can go to this website, and I'm going to give it to you just like it is here in the paper. It's https:/, the two little dots, and then there's 2//, and then it says careersfcagroup.com, again, / where-we-r/NAFTA, NAFTA, careers-home, and that's it.
Okay.
So, but if you got a computer, go on that computer and check it out because it's got a lot of information. It's got more information that we've got time here to go through on the show. But folks, I'll say this, all right? I hope that and this, like I said, it says here in the paper, 5,000 jobs to Detroit, all right? And another 1,500 to Macomb County. So if you're in Detroit and you want to better your plight in life, all right, instead of making minimum wage, you want to go up to $17 an hour, go to that website. And also, if you can, if you didn't write it down, go back to Friday's paper in the Detroit Free Press and get that information.
Now, and Theo, I want you to help me with this question, okay?
Yes.
When it says 5,000 jobs for Detroiters, will that mean that if you do not have a Detroit address, then you are not considered a person that is applying, that is living, and you're going to count as a person that is hired from Detroit? Is Theo, can you give me some
Well,
theory on that?
if you have a Detroit address, it should mean that you actually live in Detroit. I think what the Free Press has printed is interesting, and if they can be held to that, that would be good.
Now,
My concern is the 6,500 jobs would be bound under a Chrysler contract. My understanding of the Chrysler contract is if there are some people laid off, they can bump any new hiree.
that's right.
So the question is, how many people are actually laid off? When is the opening date for that factory? Now, there's not been any conversation about ancillary businesses. Example, when a factory is
But
open.
Theo, because of the time constraint, I can't go all deeply
Okay.
into that. This is just kind of superficial information in terms of like the Tom. You had something else you want to say real quick?
Oh, no, what I was going to say is, sure, they're going to, contract says, the workers that are already hired, possibly have been laid off, they will have first opportunity at those jobs, which they're going to be opened up later in 2019. And what it says here in the Free Press, it says, quote, FCA is expecting to bring 5,000 jobs to Detroit. Now, it didn't say 5,000 jobs for Detroiters. It says they're bringing 5,000 jobs to Detroit. So if anybody that lives in Oakland, Macomb, Washington, or whatever county, or maybe even city.
Well, that's why I was asking the question, because I thought I heard it says 5,000 jobs to Detroit and
Right.
1,500 jobs
Macomb
to.
County.
Macomb County.
But that also means, is what I was trying to get, is that it don't mean that just because you live in Detroit,
Right.
you're going to have first preference.
That's right.
Right.
That's
It's
right.
a
And they
process that any and everyone from any of the areas who says, I want to make my life greater, better, can apply for this job. So they have, the governor has taken the licensing away from the people that was doing licensings and et cetera for the marijuana shops.
Right.
She's taken that, given them an expiration date to stop, and they're going to take it over. She'll have her own commission because she says they're not licensing these groups or these dispensaries fast enough. Because this is something now, and with the advent of this recreational marijuana, in which they have it where you can go online and get people to bring it out to you, etc. So, are these jobs going to be testing for marijuana
I'm
or
pretty
other
sure-
drugs?
I'm pretty sure they are.
And
Yeah.
will
I don't-
Craig
I don't-
Foley, will he be able to get back into government jobs or working for someone else in a that requires someone with good morals, etc.? Now that he got busted for trailing a police car, of all things, trailing a police car too close, speeding, being intoxicated, whereby he gets three different drug tests, sobriety tests. He fails all three, and he did not take a breath test or the blood test. And by the way, he did have his little baggie. I have my hanky here, pocket square. In his T-shirt or shirt, he had cocaine.
Oh, whoa.
Cocaine.
Yeah, they said it was less than
I
25
thought you were going
grams.
to say
I
weed,
tell you
but
what,
cocaine.
but it was a felony charge potentially, front door, and but this man who represented the mayor, who represented everybody on his talk show he had on the radio, great morals person, great upstanding. When you heard him talk about a situation, he was supposed to be believable. How many drinks had he had before he went out and talked to folks? How many times did he hit that cocaine before he went out to talk to folk? Okay? I just want to say this because, again, folks, with all these jobs coming
All right.
and you are job eligible,
Right.
you better make sure that right now, with all this great recreational marijuana, and I'll tell you this,
Yep.
the things that say about the marijuana, about how it can help your joints, how it can help you feel better, and all these other things, all of us who went to college back in the day can tell you about all the different varieties of different things, et cetera, et cetera. However, when it comes to you feeding yourself and being able to take care of a family, some things that you just have to give up
That's
and
right.
don't participate in.
That's right.
And when people say, "Oh, it's not going to hurt you," okay, but it's not going to get you a job
That's right.
making this type of money. So I'm just saying to us, we have to discuss these situations. And I hear Marcia call folks, and she will beat you down if you don't believe in marijuana. But she's about 80, 90 years of age. Okay? So she can beat that drum, and I love her and everything. However, we have to look at the other side of that picture. Is that right, Tom?
No, you're right. You know, folks, the best thing to do is, if you're doing it right now, stop it, all right? And don't pick it up. Hopefully, if you get hired out there, don't go back to it neither, because they can just come around at any time randomly and give you a cup. And if if you don't go in that cup right, I mean, there's due process, to use that word, that you got to go through before they will terminate you. But, don't become your own worst enemy. Just leave the marijuana alone and go ahead and live life right.
Okay. Theo?
Yes, it's interesting that in that article they mentioned Macomb County, but did not mention Oakland County. So it's one of those propaganda spins that they're putting in the paper.
But my question, I guess, will come to is, if anyone from anywhere can apply, is that because the plant or the location will be in those in the Detroit and the Macomb County area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to be on the east side,
Okay.
next to the current Chrysler plant.
Okay. Easy access to the freeways, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says here, in terms of, this is like jobs coming to Detroit, it says 3,850 jobs at the Mack Avenue engine plant that will be converted to a Jeep assembly factory, 1,100 jobs at the Jefferson North plant, and then it goes across Warren, 1,400 jobs are out there. But,
Okay.
they're coming. And like we said, it says here, they're bringing 5,000 jobs to Detroit. It didn't say for Detroiters. So don't get that twisted, folks.
And speaking of Detroiters, we talked dirt, and I gave you all of the good field statements from Mike Duggan's office about the soil, the things that they had changed in terms of how the quality was checked.
No.
Wait,
no,
I
that's
know
not true.
that's where I'm going to. There was, and they showed one company that had so many that they've got to go back and dig up the holes that they filled.
Right.
Now we have a situation whereby from Mary Shetfield to hear that an unknown out-of-state company came into our city and thought so little of our residents and communities that they buried multiple houses with demo sites within demo sites is not only alarming, it's indefensible. This is totally a different company than what that we talked about last week. And this one has $15 million in potential other work. And they've found that there's multiple, can I continue to go multiple times 10, that they have found this company have did this. And but the question there was, why is it that the people who are doing the inspections didn't find this out, didn't know about this?
Well, not only that, not meaning to cut you off, though I did. I mean, if they did it here, Where else have they done it? Some of those places and people who had those did where they did the demolition, they need to go there and check that soil out too.
I really,
I understand.
I'm saying that we're talking about in Detroit.
Right, right.
And we're talking about the fact that the people who were supposed to have caught this really didn't catch it, even though the people from the spokesperson wanted to give them credit. The fact of the matter is it was an inside tip that was given by an ex-employee on this company that they went and they found, and they say, well, our on-site no, you didn't. So the lies that our administration is saying and giving to us, Theo, you take it from there, please.
Well, I happen to know personally a friend who had his own property tested by the university and has proven that they were contaminating the land with the last, I think it's the last 6 inches, and also filling the hole with the remnants of the house they were demolishing. Plus, they didn't even water them down to keep asbestos from floating. There needs to be a lawsuit.
I came here in 2004, and what I found is in helping a young lady to dig up her backyard, all we continued to find was cement blocks, cylinder blocks. We found even the remnants of a garage, etc. So, and we're talking about this was during the Kwame Kilpatrick administration. I've got to get ready to take a real quick break, and you can stay with me, Theo, but I'll be back shortly. We're going to take a real quick break, and I'll be back in just a few moments, okay? You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones, and this is the Talk Beat Jones. This is the Talk Beat Jones. All right, we're back with the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy Jones. And real quickly, I wanted to introduce the audience, the family, the world, to a fine young man that comes on directly after Talk Beat Jones. And I want you to know, stay with him, stay with us. We have some fine shows, and I want to bring him on real quick. So let's bring on and let him introduce himself, please.
Hello, how you doing? I'm Lemuel Appling with An Earful. We come on right after this hot show every Sunday from 10 to 11 right here on TV 33. Thanks for having me.
Hey, my brother, you fine?
I appreciate you, sir.
Not a problem. Tell me something. What is Earful?
Well, Earful is a variety show where we're showcasing local talent, activists, churches, our community is full of good people doing good things. And what the Earful does is give it a platform to expose the people that's doing good in the hood.
And I've noticed on many times that you've appeared on the studio here, you have a house full of folk.
Yeah, but people's coming out because, like I said, there's a lot of good going on. It's just we just need a platform to expose it, to let the world know what's going on, because good perpetuates more good. So that's what we want to do. We want to let the world know that good is happening, and they can get involved and they can see it and mimic it, because what the world needs now is more good.
More good, more good, more love too.
More love.
Hey, listen. What time is your show? And when you first sat down and envisioned having a show, what was your thought pattern?
Wow. Well, you know, every Sunday right here where you're looking at us right now, from 10 to 11 a.m., we're right here. And the show came from fasting, praying, asking God what he wants us to do this year. And he told us to go this route because...
Wait a minute.
Okay.
You're speaking of God.
Uh-huh.
How does God play in your show?
He is the foundation of our show, but we don't limit ourselves with, I say, quote unquote, just church stuff. We want to reach the world, and that's what he called us to do, to reach the world.
Theo,
Yes.
Real quickly, I want you to ask this young man a question, but real quickly now, Hood Research is having a meeting on the 9th of this month.
That's correct. Saturday,
What-
March the 9th. And what I would like to ask him is would he attend our meeting? We meet from 2 until 6 p.m., the second Saturday of each month. And it would be an opportunity for him to be introduced to the community there. And we encourage them to tune in at 9 a.m. and stay till 11.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much for the invite.
All right. Theo,
Yes, the location
what is the address to the meeting?
Okay, 12048 Grand River. It's on the corner of Wyoming in the Dable Center.
And family, if you want to get the truth, no shuck, no jive, no alternative plans, etc., you want to come to the meeting on the 9th at the Dable Center. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And that's with Theo,
Hood
the lady that
Research.
you know you can trust. And that's the 9th of March.
Yes.
Okay, Theo, I'm going to make another quick switch because I want to bring Tom back. And I want to just thank you so very much for being with us. We love you, and hopefully, and I thank you for your sponsorship, okay?
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. And see you Monday. Her show is on Mondays. From
Okay.
what time?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. to 10, right?
That's correct.
That's
All right.
awesome.
All right.
Right here.
Okay, brother, I'm going to let you get ready for your show.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, brother, I just admire you, and, like I said, we'll do this again sometime.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Yeah, so we're going to, just walk on up. So we're going to get ready to bring Tom back because, again, we don't want to end the show without Tom being with us apart. So we just want to get this ready. And so now I want to thank you for watching. And again, as we start rolling, as we start getting this thing together, and you start sending in all those donations to TV 33, Cable Channel 91, putting a memo column, Talk Beat Jones, etc., and we get this money rolling through the doors, we're going to have it situated so that you're going to have a forum. You're going to have a forum with the candidates, and you, the people, you will make the choice of who you think should move forward and be a person that's going out getting your votes for whatever position that they're running for. Guaranteed, it will be different. Tom, any closing comments from you?
Well, as James Brown says, I'm back.
Well, don't forget, you can call me at 313-412-3111. That's 313-412-3111. You know, and all the family and friends that see me out and let me know that I don't call, but I love listening to you talk. I want to thank you for listening to Talk Beat Jones, and continue to tell your friends we love you, we appreciate you, and we will be back. And again, send in your cashier's checks to 160 Victor Street. What's that zip code?
48203.
You know it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I've only
My
been.
mother used to live in 48203.
Okay, I've only been doing this since 2006, and I should know that number out. Okay, send in your cashier's checks to 160 Victor Street. What's that zip?
48203.
48203. In the memo column, put down Billy Jones, and remember, the money will continue to roll over, continue to roll over, continue to roll over. And when we're ready, we will have a people's forum that you will have candidates coming here so that you can question, talk, and vet them strongly from yourself. Also, what's different? We're going to allow 10, 12, 15 people to be in the studio to ask questions live on television right here. So talk to me. Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy Jones. We love you, respect you. We honor you. We'll see you back very soon.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. All right. Bye now.
Bye.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And this is the Talk Beat Jones.
This is the Talk Beat Jones.